Hi, and welcome to Greater Vancouver. I'm Arlene Emmy, and we're here at the Bloedel Conservatory in Queen Elizabeth Park. Over 1/4 of the world's bogs are located in Canada. These unique ecosystems provide habitats for many diverse plant and animal species and affect our water and air quality. In Pitt Meadows, the fight is on to save the Cod Island wetlands, a 250-acre area that will become a GVRD park if the necessary funds are raised to buy the land from its current owners.
A wetland is an area that's inundated by water at least some part of the year. Could only be 3 or 4 days, could be a couple of months. And this area right here is a wetland. It's actually a fen, which is a grassy wetland.
2.5 years ago, the Department of Fisheries and Oceans contacted the District of Pitt Meadows and informed us that there was a diking operation being begun out here in the wetlands by the Aquilini's family, that they were in the beginning stages of turning this into a cranberry bog, and they asked us if we might be interested in interceding on their behalf to see if the Aquilini's would consider stopping the operation and giving us time to see if we might be able to acquire the land off them.
There is some ability to zone land at the local level, and there are federal fisheries and other requirements that limit development along salmon streams and other water courses that are fish-bearing. But in the final analysis, when a person owns a piece of property, they cannot be denied any development. You can regulate it. And that use may be very destructive, even if it isn't subdivision and housing.
With a cranberry operation, first of all, this area would have to be diked and drained. And that would mean that the fish habitat would be destroyed. With cranberry operations as well, all of the topsoil has to be scraped off, and basically all of the biodiversity of plant life here would be gone, because with the chemicals, the pesticides, and the herbicides that have to be sprayed on it, there would be no plant diversity. This would literally no longer harbor fish or wildlife.
We've lost 70% of our wetlands and bogs in the Fraser Basin in the last years, mainly to cranberry farms. I'm optimistic that within the next months we'll be able to come to an agreement with the Aquilini family to conserve this piece of land anyways, and to continue to work in the area of conservation for the Fraser Basin.
TLC is the Land Conservancy of BC, and what we are is a provincial land trust. So we're a non-governmental organization, and what we do is we preserve private land of ecological, historical, or cultural significance. And the way that we do that is we actually purchase property through acquisition, or we place conservation covenants on the property, or we work with property owners and teach them how to steward their land. The way that we are funded and the way that we work is through foundations, through government agencies, and also through our many members who support the work that we do.
In the case of habitat like Cod Island, you simply have to look at an aerial photo or map of that part of Pitt Meadows and Maple Ridge to realize how much area is farming, golf courses, nurseries, cranberries, blueberries, and similar things. And the problem is the land is affected by urban land values, and it's increasingly precious because there's less of it, and it's critical habitat for some species. So when agencies get together to try and save this kind of land, they always face a difficult choice, and that choice is, well, we could buy 20 or 50 or 100 acres of wetland in the prairies for the same price as an acre here in an urban region. And yet the west coast of Canada, and particularly the lower mainland, has some of the greatest biodiversity in Canada and is a very important element of the Pacific Flyway. So GVRD has taken the stance it should partner in this, not take the whole responsibility, but there is a regional stake in seeing these areas are preserved.
Everything helps. We value every donation we get. We're taking pledges for the purchase, which means people can pledge money. They don't actually give their money to the Land Conservancy until the purchase is made. Also, we're taking donations that help out with the campaign, which helps us lobby government and lobby various foundations to help out. People can go to our website at www.conservancy.bc.ca, go to